What's up YouTube, Joshua Wade here, and I want to welcome you to the channel that is all about modern day music and video production. And today we are talking about the Beyerdynamic DT770 and the Audio Technica ATH m50s. Now I've had these headphones for a few months now in the studio environment, and if you guys have seen my videos before, I don't really like to do a versus, I like to do a pros and cons list on either one. And I gotta say, after using these headphones for a few months, I really can't come up with too much that I don't like about them. And if you've seen my videos before, you know I like to do more of a pros and cons list instead of a versus, because this isn't really a versus video. So we're gonna start with the DT770s. The only con that I could find, the headphone cable is not detachable. And I know that sounds really stupid, but if you think about it, cables go bad, something can happen to it. I really like the fact that other headphones offer a detachable option. And then jumping over to the Pro on the DT770s right away is the biggest pro that I've noticed again in the past few months of using both of these headphones. The DT770s are super comfortable. I can wear them for 3 hours, 3.5 hours in a longer session, and I will not have an issue. I don't get listener's fatigue as much. I think they're the most comfortable headphones I have worn in a very long time, at the very least in this price range. So now jumping over to the Audio Technicas, and if you're keeping up with the kind of theme when I said I couldn't really find much wrong with either one of these headphones, the pros and the cons are reversed. The pro of the Audio Technicas is it has the detachable headphone cable, and I really like that. When I bought mine, Audio Technica actually sent me a few different cables. I really like that they give you that option because in my experience, again, cables break, they fray out on the ends, they go through wear. This is a lot easier to just buy a replacement. Now the con of the Audio Technicas, the DT770s are way more comfortable, and I'm not saying the Audio Technicas are not comfortable, because they are. I can still wear them for 2.5, 3 hours, but it's at about the 4-hour mark, and yes, I do wear them for that long. About the 4-hour mark, I start to notice they're getting a little uncomfortable and they start to hurt my ears a little bit. Could be because I have gauges, I don't know, but I don't have that issue with the DT770s. So on a final thoughts thing, this is the most important part of it, right? How do they sound? What's the quality like? In my personal preference, I prefer the DT770 sound over the ATHs. With my ears, again, this is all subjective. It could be a little bit different to you. The low end is a little more defined on the 770s. Mid-range is a little bit tinny on the ATHs. I like the mid-range and I like the lows on the 770s a little bit. I will say this though, the Audio Technicas may be a little tinny in the mid-range, but I think they actually come through a little better in the high end. It's personal preference. I recommend that you go somewhere where you can A/B both of them. They're both great headphones, and I don't really think you can make a bad decision. So that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Hopefully you got something out of it, and if you did, continued support is greatly appreciated. If you could hit that thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm, and if you feel at all inclined to hit that subscribe button, I'm going to have a lot more content coming out very similar to this one. And remember, it's called music theory, not music fact. Have a good one.